Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Matt here. Today's video we have a rather unique, well I guess not so unique situation for our property here. I've got a creek that cuts across my property, and the bridge that crosses that creek that accesses the majority of our land sits a little bit low, and it's a little bit probably narrower than it should be. And when we have the spring runoff, sometimes we get some log jams up against that bridge. Now, as a landowner, it's partly my responsibility. I'd say it is my responsibility to keep that section of the creek clear. So for about a quarter of a mile along my property, every year I make sure I go up and down the creek, and I make sure that there aren't any log jams that are impeding the flow of water on my section of the property. This is a county drain, and our county drain commission has a very small budget every year to go do basically what I'm going to do, and clear up log jams and let them continue to flow down the river. Some of this stuff I'll pull out, some of this stuff I'll let it keep going. So stick around, let's go down there and take a peek at what the problem is today, and let's get her cleared up. So approaching my backyard, I've got this bridge that crosses a creek that runs in right across my property, cuts my property in half. And if you look at this, it's a pretty nice bridge. This bridge was here when I bought the property. It was in a little worse condition, and we've kind of made some repairs, but it's a really solid concrete structure. The problem is, if I back up here and look, this bridge spans pretty low over this creek, and if I come down here and I look downstream, you kind of see where the water's coming through. And if I turn and look downstream, the actual body of water is considerably wider than the passage under the creek. So what I'm getting at is this bridge really is not big enough for this body of water when it floods like this. So what this does is it actually ends up coming over top during high water situations. It does this probably 2 to 3 times a year, and the structure is strong enough that it hasn't caused any problems with the structure. But what happens is this: I'm not big enough and wide enough on my bridge to pass this type of debris. So usually once a year I get this crap floats down the creek and ends up getting wedged right at my bridge opening. So we're gonna see if we can yank some of this stuff out of here. I'm thinking if I yank out a couple of the bigger ones, maybe the rest of that stuff will float downstream. Let's see what we can do.
going slowly. That one piece right there is kind of stuck.
There's something under there still. There we go. I think there's still one down here.
Yeah, I can see something.
Well, that job took a tad longer than it looked on video. I put this together in I don't know what this is going to be, a 10 or 11 minute video. That took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get that done, including going and getting the tractor and switching tools and whatnot. But hope you enjoyed that little segment or collection of segments, I guess, on clearing out the bridge. It's something that we have to do, like I said, probably once a year at this bridge. Most of the time there's not quite that much stuff. Most of the time it's yank 1 or 2 logs out of here. This time it was quite the collection of stuff. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one.